Hey guys, this is Sandeep from RevAtlas and welcome back to yet another video. So this is something that I'm just shooting on my iPhone 12 Pro Max to both test the camera capabilities of the 12 Pro Max as well as give you a quicker turnaround time for this video. So this is the Micromax in Note 1 that I received, and this is a retail unit, and there are some thoughts I had about this particular device. And currently my home is being done in terms of the interiors and stuff, so I still haven't got my PC ready, and editing large chunks of footage, especially on the MacBook Pro or any other device, is not as easy to do compared to doing it on my PC. So I just thought I'll do this video faster from my phone and let you know what I think about this device so far. So I'd like to start by talking about the specifications briefly. So you get a large 6.67-inch Full HD Plus panel. Now this, they don't mention any Corning Gorilla Glass or any type of protection, but you do get a screen protector that's pre-fitted onto it, and you also get a plastic body at the back, and the gradient itself is actually quite nice. It reminds me of the Honor 9X in the X sort of pattern that it has, but this takes it a step further by actually having small diamond shape pattern inside it underneath the plastic itself. There is no case that they have included in this, so be careful, as plastic can generally pick up scratches quite fast, especially if it's glossy like this. The in branding is here, and overall as a first attempt it is pretty good, to be honest, from Micromax. But the main issues that I had with this was in terms of quality control, which I shall talk about soon. Now the display seems fairly good so far in terms of the brightness and overall sharpness, etc., but I do find that maybe outdoors it could be a bit dim. Now this is actually all the way maxed out, and you can see that it is not all that bright, and I also feel that there's a slight color tint happening on this. But then again, I have to use it better in order to use it for a longer time in order to actually truly state that. Now this comes with Android 10 out of the box, and it's a very minimal sort of UI. It's pretty close to stock Android, and the only real change I can see is that the camera application is from Micromax itself. And the camera application is a bit weird because obviously you have photo mode here, and you can toggle to the wider camera here, and the wider camera, by the way, is a 5 megapixel sensor. And of course resolution is not the only thing that matters, but 5 megapixel is pretty low. Even if you consider any other smartphone in this price segment, you usually get 8 or 13 or they're so in terms of the resolution for the ultra wide angle camera. And the more weird thing is the fact that there's no HDR mode by default, and you actually have to go here in order to get the HDR mode, and you also have a night mode as well. Now I have taken several samples both in daylight as well as nighttime, and so far the results are decent but not all that great, I would say. Of course I would be doing a full camera review if you guys are interested in that, so that you can know what to expect. And especially in night, the samples are promising, but I would say there is a fair amount of noise even in the night mode, but maybe things will get better with software updates. Now powering this is a Helio G85 chipset, and so far there is slight sluggishness even out of the box. I can't say that it's too bad or deal breaking, but it actually does show signs of slight sluggishness here and there, and I'm sure that with time it could increase unless they do much of optimization. So under the hood is a 5000 mAh battery, and you get a Type-C port as well for charging. There's a headphone jack as well, and the front facing camera is here in a display cutout as well. I quite like the design and the ergonomics of the whole thing. It feels pretty lighter than I expected. Fingerprint scanner is also fairly fast, and at the back, like I mentioned, you get a 48 megapixel camera, a 5 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and two 2 megapixel cameras, one of which is a macro sensor as well. Now on to the quality side of things. So this actually comes with a triple card slot. The primary you get 2 nano sims, and you also get micro SD card slot with it, and you get either a 464 or a 4128. The 464 that we have here, this costs rupees 10,999, and you also get the 128GB version for 1,500 rupees more, bringing the price to 12,499. So now I like to make 3 points mainly. So first thing is that this pre-fitted screen protector was actually not this clean. To be honest, when it came out, there were several bubbles which I had to push, and this one bubble is also something that keeps appearing and disappearing. Now of course there's water drops also, but I'll just bring cleaner and bring it. So you see this bubble here. There were several other bubbles that were also present, and I had to literally push them out in order to get a better looking screen protector. The other thing being the fact that there is some weird sort of material that's jutting out over here at the top. It looks like it's rubber or some sort of a tape that's holding the front panel to the plastic body itself, but that is pretty bad. And lastly, even the box itself was not in all that great shape, and even at the back it was not seamlessly stuck. The sticker that usually shows the IMEI as well as the SIM card and all these things, it was not seamlessly done. And even the charger, it had dirt on it, actual dirt, which I had to wipe off and make it clean. So quality control seems like some issue that some people are facing, and especially you know, I mean, these are small things that may not matter to most. Probably the only thing is this particular thing which might annoy some people, and I've been trying to take it out but it does not come out. And I think this is you know, maybe a slight warning of things to come. I hope it's not. I hope that this device functions well, but you know, if you can see these issues and these issues are already there, it makes you worried about whether or not this will have many other issues that could crop up over time or could actually be there internally. So overall, it's a pretty decent device at the asking price of 10,499. As to whether this has only Indian parts, this is made in India is what they say. I feel that there will be some component or the other which is also from China. It's completely impossible to have a smartphone that's you know, independent of China or Chinese parts. But at the end of the day, it's also great to see an Indian company coming out with a smartphone again, and hopefully this time around they will impress us much more. What I like is obviously the stock Android experience and the fact that there are no ads, but you know, they're kind of vague on the software support bit. They say that they get 2 years of support, and 2 years is a bit vague because this actually comes with Android 10 out of the box and not 11. And you know, next year, assuming they update it to 11, that would already be considered as an upgrade for that year. And if they give it again in 22, you would technically be getting one version higher than what is already available now, is what I feel. So let's see how they tackle that in the long run, and whether this actually manages to perform fine without any other quality issues. Other than these few items that I mentioned, there is no jarring issue that I can see off the top of my head. And you also have the Google Assistant button here, and overall is built pretty well. Of course, I would have liked to have glass on this, but again, at the asking price is not too bad considering what all you get, and for, you know, Micromax re-entry into the Indian smartphone market. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. See you again in the next one, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button.